All right, so I finally got my hands on a pair of the Nike Air Zoom Alphafly Next Percents. It's a super long name. I feel like we should be calling these something else. Alphafly, maybe just Alphafly, I don't know. Anyway, these are what I got, and I'm super stoked about these. This is one of the craziest running shoes I've ever seen in my entire life. And although I'm not wearing these for running, I usually wear shoes like these for casual just because the cushioning is absolutely crazy. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I wanted to give you guys kind of my honest opinion about the Nike Air Zoom blah, 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 blah from a casual perspective. So let's go ahead and get in the video. What is going on, guys? Hes here, collectivekicks.com. If you guys haven't used my website before, basically I just curate a bunch of deals for you guys for sneaker sales that go on, as well as new sneakers that drop, including this one. When these ones released, I posted a couple sites that had them. I actually got mine from, I think, Jackrabbit, but I've been waiting for a pair of these since the very first colorway that released, and so I think this is the second one that restocked and dropped. And this shoe is insane in person. Like, it looks kind of crazy because you have the dual Air Zoom units on the front of the shoe, but it's just a hodgepodge of crazy technology in the midsole that I can't wait to just kind of break down for you guys in this video. But this is like probably the most ridiculous feeling sneaker on feet in the best way possible. It's just not normal feeling because there's so much cushion there, but it's like so pillowy and good. So for those that don't know the history on this shoe, basically this was the very first one of its kind. It is the Zoom Vaporfly 4%. It was supposed to make you run marathons faster, and it used ZoomX, which is the first shoe that had Nike ZoomX in the midsole, which is crazy, crazy lightweight. Also, these had the carbon fiber plate in the midsole of the shoe, which gave you a springy forward motion on your feet. And these things were crazy on feet. Like, I wore these casually, which was not a good idea to do because they just got destroyed, and because the ZoomX is just not really, really strong. Unlike Nike React actually holds a lot better. ZoomX wears down really, really thin. But these are not made for me. These are made for elite runners, marathon runners. The best of the best in the entire world run in these type of sneakers. So this was the very first one, I think, in 2017 when these dropped. And then they had the Next Percent versions that released, and those ones I did a review on, but I didn't really like those. They were just a little bit too wobbly for my feet, but those had a much bigger ZoomX stack on it than these ones did. And there's a marathon runner that has been working really, really closely since then with Nike to basically break 2-hour marathon, and he did so in a prototype version of these shoes. So really, really crazy history on how these came to fruition, but these are the results of a bunch of crazy engineering that they put into this midsole. Nike says our premier racing shoe is loaded with new technology and innovation that includes 2 ultra-responsive Zoom AirPods in the forefoot and additional ZoomX foam in the heel. It's a racing shoe made to shatter records and PRs, whether you're looking to finish a marathon in 2, 3, 4, or 5 hours. I can't even imagine doing a 5-hour marathon, but maybe some year, I don't know, maybe before I'm 60, we'll see about that. So the big difference between these and the Next Percent is obviously these giant Zoom Air units in the front of the shoe. But these also feature more ZoomX foam, which is one of my favorite things that Nike's created. It's incredibly responsive and lightweight, and the Alphafly Next Percent has more foam than the Vaporfly Next Percent, providing additional impact and cushioning. So just when you thought the tech train stopped there, it just keeps going. You also have a customized carbon fiber plate working in tandem with the ZoomX foam and the Zoom AirPods. It's a full-length carbon fiber plate that delivers a snappy sensation with each stride. For the Vaporfly Next Percent, they use a single thickness of carbon fiber for all of the sizes, but for the Alphafly Next Percent, the thickness was scaled for the size of each shoe, and the plate is more flexible in smaller sizes and gets stiffer as the shoe increases in size. That's actually a pretty smart, innovative move for them to be able to do. The crazy thing is it doesn't look like carbon fiber, it just feels like a hard plastic. Like, it doesn't have the carbon fiber look to it. And they changed the entire upper on these as well, and they use something called Atom Knit. So basically it's a fly knit fabric that is seamed and stretched, delivering a lightweight and contoured fit with minimal water absorption and enhanced breathability. It's literally just like completely see-through with some like stretchy reinforcement in the tongue section. But for the most part, this is like a really, really minimal upper. The reason why they did that though is because of the additional weight of the Zoom units and the extra ZoomX. It just made the shoe a little bit more heavier. So they had to reduce the weight from the upper. And speaking of the upper, this watermelon colorway has this pink Nike swoosh up the side. And then they also have another Nike swoosh in blue on the inside of the shoe. Then there's some double ply sort of knit material on the heel cup of the shoe just to give it some extra support. And there's also some reinforced material. There's a nice little padding section right here on the heel of the shoe, and actually it felt really, really good on my feet when I put these on. Also, something I really like is they changed the tongue up. It's a stretchy knit tongue, and it actually like holds down to your foot just right. So I had a problem with that in the 4%. Because this was a detached tongue, it just slid around a little bit and it kind of dug into my ankles. And for me, the worst part is I like to wear my laces really loose, and I can't do that with this shoe. I have to wear them snug, because if I don't, then I'm just gonna fall left or right, because these are really unstable if you're just walking around casually in them. So the fact that they use a stretchy knit material here, it actually hugs your foot better, and I feel more stable in these than I did on my 4%, which is crazy because I put these on side by side, and this is like a high heel comparison to these. And these have a pretty big stack in them as well, but this is like a high heel comparison. I mean, I felt a foot taller wearing these things, and so it was just no competition, no comparison. This was by far a superior comfort shoe comparison to the reigning champ from years ago, the 4% over here. It does say Nike Air Zoom Alphafly Next Percent on the tongue if you forget the name because it's a long mouthful. I always find it odd how it's called Air Zoom, but then these are Zoom Air pods. I don't really understand the naming conventions of those things. Anyway, the laces are really interesting too, because it's kind of like a saw blade in a sense, where it has some like teeth on them, and they actually grip really well and like tie better. I don't know what it is. At least I found that way, where it was actually pretty good to tie. I like the little two different accents of color on the laces as well. They kept it pretty much the same, where it's like one side of that pinkish color and the other side of the bluish color. And I like that the pinkish color is on the outside. If people are running, it probably looks cooler. I don't really know. But there is some extra reinforcement also on the toe cap area of the shoe. And then on the inside, it says just do it with a Nike Air swoosh on it, which I think looks kind of cool. This insole is in here pretty good. I'm not going to try to take it out. It feels like it's going to rip if I do take it out. But now to get to the granddaddy of this sneaker, the outsole and midsole of this shoe, it's just insane. It's such a crazy technical feat, the way that they pulled this off. One of the things that I felt, at least on my feet, was that these are more wide foot friendly than the other two versions. Like, this section is still a little bit narrow right through the middle, but you do have a lot more space on your heel, which was really, really narrow previously. So this is really widely distributed. And then the forefoot of the shoe is just massive as well. So I like that they increased the width here. If they just did it a little bit more in the middle of the shoe, like, you could have a crazy comfort casual shoe. I know there's going to be people that are like, thumbs down, you're not an athlete, you can't run in running shoes like those are too expensive, those aren't made for you. I totally get where you're coming from, but at the same time, Air Jordans back in the day, Jordan performed in those basketball shoes, and now they're casual lifestyle shoes. So I'm more of the mindset of like, if extreme athletes need really comfortable shoes for long distances and running, dude, my Walmart chips got to be really comfortable too. I should be able to wear something comfortable as well. And that rocking motion from that carbon fiber, I'm going to go fast, next percent fast in these bad boys. So for those naysayers out there, I say give these a try from a casual. I think you're going to like them. It's not for people that are going to be standing still though, because of that carbon fiber, it's really rocky. And so you're going to be working your calves out quite a bit if you're just standing in one space, because the carbon fiber definitely rocks off the toe box. But there's nothing like this shoe out there. And this was the best thing on the market years ago. I can't believe how much of an evolution they've made in just this small amount of time. Like, it's unbelievably good on feet. And it's, from a casual perspective, it's even like, holy crap. Like, I've tried a lot of comfort sneakers through this last year. In fact, I've done technology videos of like 20 different technologies and then 10 extra ones. This one was on that list, but this is insane. The combination of all of the technologies just actually play together so well. I was afraid that the zoom units in the front of the shoe matched with that carbon fiber and the ZoomX was just going to be a hodgepodge of crazy, because the air units are usually pretty firm comparison to this crazy soft ZoomX. Like, it actually flows together really, really well, which is a crazy technical feat. Again, I can't stress that enough. I mean, obviously they were working with the world's elite athlete. The reason why I haven't said his name is because I don't know how to say it properly. I'm shameful. I've seen the name a million times and I'm afraid to say it. Anyway, that guy's awesome. This is just an insane brainchild that he ended up coming up with. And I saw a picture of him with like 15 different prototypes before they got to this one. So they were doing a lot of work to try to get everything right for him. And I think that most athletes out there are going to be benefiting. Walmart, Target, Costco, all going to benefit from these out and about rocking these bad boys. But I'm keeping these. At first I was like, you know what, I'm not sure if these are going to be good for casual because the rocking motion sometimes can be a little, but whatever, I'm keeping these things. These things are actually really, really good and crazy comfortable. And I'm pretty confident in saying, after trying pretty much all of the Nike technologies that are out there, comfort-wise, this is probably the biggest, squishiest, softest, cushioniest, propelliest shoe that they ever have created. It's unbelievably good. $275 is the retail on these. I thought it was going to be more, honestly, $350s or so, but $275 is a lot of money. But yeah, man, it's a crazy shoe. It looks really cool in my opinion, and I'm there for the tech party that these things offer. One thing I will mention, I did go up half a size, so this is a size 10. I'm wearing these casually, so for me, like, it fits me just right. If I went true to size, I feel like these would probably be a little bit too snug, so I think I made the right call, but you guys can weigh in the comment section if you guys know any different. What do you guys' thoughts are on this crazy Nike model? Is it a shoe that you would even consider wearing casually or not? I mean, I get it. It's crazy and it's outlandish and it's weird, but I'm there for all that craziness, as you guys know. I have both of these other shoes out here because I really like both of these other shoes. The 4%'s really, really comfortable. The Pegasus Turbos, which is my go-to. Like, I love this shoe so much. I've worn so many pairs of these. I have multiple pairs boxed, ready to go, basically for when I run out of new pairs. But this is the one that's the most ridiculous, crazy looking and crazy on feet, and I'm so stoked that I finally got a pair to try out. I would love to see Nike morph this into a casual, sort of like what they did here. This is the Frankenstein one that I did a custom on, but honestly, it's like the same stack height. I didn't realize how incredibly big it was. Pause. Anyway, this is insane. These things are crazy on feet. Leave a comment, let me know if you guys have tried these out and what you guys think about them. Some people may not like them, I mean, because it's just too much cushion. Some people like that natural motion, I get it. But from a comfort freak, like, these are like crazy, man. I'm super, super stoked for what Nike's going to be bringing in the next handful of years, because I don't know where they're going to go from here. Like, this is insane. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, notification bell to be notified when my videos are posted. We'll hopefully see you guys back to some more content soon. Peace, guys.